So you bought your brand new car, and the first mod that most people install on these new cars, which I wouldn't call a mod, but a necessity, are floor mats. And today we are installing this multi-piece set of laser cut floor mats, and they're not WeatherTech, guys, and they're not the name brand ones. In fact, they have no name brand on them, and that's why we chose them for this excellent cut, style, and price. All right, and to protect your beautiful investment, you guys obviously want nice floor mats here, so during the winter salt doesn't corrode and make your carpets look really bad. So you do have a couple options. Number one leader in these floor mats is WeatherTech, and I've ran WeatherTech in 2 of our cars. Now for this car, I didn't want to spend and pay the premium for WeatherTech. There's many companies that are catching up with WeatherTech. They're doing laser cutting as well. So we are shopping around for the best bang for the buck laser cut, and there's a couple of names again in the industry, WeatherTech being the name brand, Last Fit, 3W, and a few more to name. But these right here, my friends, are actually from Amazon. So let me pull up their stock video right now to show you how they look. So as you can see, we got the front, we got the rear, we got the trunk liner, and the back seat cover, and they also threw in some door sill covers as well on double-sided tape. We're not going to be using these, but they're there if you want it. Craziest part is all this cost me a lot less than I would have paid just for the 2 front and the 2 back WeatherTech mats. I have the link in the description of these floor mats. I'm gonna go ahead and install your standard floor mat, and I'm gonna show you the pros of the aftermarket ones. As you can see, if you don't have your feet directly over here, there is salt gonna be going all over your floors. Plenty of clearance. Again, these are universal. They do a good job if they fit your vehicle, as they're highly raised surfaces and grooves keep everything in place. But again, you definitely want to maximize the floor mat to the entire surface area. All right, let me start installing these right over here. First impressions, very good. They're definitely a little thinner than your WeatherTechs though, but you know what, just because they're a little flimsier and thinner doesn't mean nothing, because that really is irrelevant once it's sitting in the car. So yeah, although the WeatherTechs are a little stiffer, I don't see a problem. And let's take a look. Look at that. Look at that cut right there. Perfect. I mean, that is really nice. Let's bring this chair up a little bit. Look at that. You're getting in here fully protected. Wow, that is great. Even if I extend my feet all the way, this is fully covered. So far, very happy with this product. And again, whether it's thinner, thicker, doesn't really matter. Water isn't going anywhere. So 1 down, a couple more to go. Same thing here with the driver's side. It has these clip-on plugs. The only thing, let's take a look. I do have one little complaint about these, and I gotta say, the only complaint I have about these, I wish there was a cover for the cap. Some of the other ones had covers and plugs, but you know, it could potentially let a little bit of liquid through, but it is a raised edge here, so unless your foot is directly over this area, which I think it's not going to be here, most likely it's going to be further up, I think you'll be okay. I might have to remove this mat though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to remove the factory mats. These factory mats are so thin, super cheap, and again, laser cut. Let's throw that in there. Right, so you see, you definitely have to, yeah, it fits perfectly. Perfect fit. I mean, definitely need to remove your factory mat on the bottom here, but look at that coverage here. Even for your dead pedal right over here, that's not going anywhere. I almost wish just it had a higher raise right here by the foot pedal. I wish it was maybe an inch or so higher, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem whatsoever. Overall, fit and finish for the 2 front ones, very pleased with them. Now let's go ahead and install the back. All right, well, this is the back with your standard floor mats. You got 2 floor mats. Again, they don't take up much of the real estate, and if anybody's sitting in the middle, you're just soaking your entire interior. So let's remove these factory ones. All right. And to be honest with you guys, I like these Amazon ones because there's no branding. The WeatherTech has its branding, the Last Fit has its branding, a lot of the 3W ones have its branding. This right here, just stealth. Wow. This is really, wow, look at that tight fit right here. Look at that tight fit by the edge. Look at that. Let's tuck this in a little bit. Wow. I'm happy with it, guys. I mean, literally laser cut. Tucks in everywhere that you can imagine. It has raised edges. Actually, one problem I had with my WeatherTech, the edges were raised way too much, and when I moved the seat back too much, it would bend the WeatherTech mat. So you can see how they're just purposely tucked right underneath here and a low lip here. Wow, that's dope, guys. That's really dope. Looks good, and not regretting my purchase whatsoever. The front fit amazing, the back fit amazing. And let's check the trunk. Let's see how the trunk's gonna fit, but it looks promising. So far, it looks very promising. Oh, there's like Velcro. Oh yeah, there's a Velcro's in. Let's take a look here. And as you can see, this Velcro's in perfectly with the factory one. I might just have to adjust it a little bit here. Boom. Look at that. Dude, that is pretty solid. Again, they came shipped in a box, so some little areas might be a little bit raised, like right over here it has a little bend, but that's no big deal. Perfect. And again, you can still access your shot glasses for those hard days at work. You still got your access to the spare tire. Very nice. Let's get the back seat covers installed. Now the good thing about this is, yeah, if you got some lumber or wood or something long going in the car, you can still protect those back seat backrests. Not a huge must. Most people are gonna call it good right over here with the front, the rear, and the trunk mat, but I'm telling you guys, this is just an extra bonus for the price. For $130 with taxes and shipping, you can't really beat this price. And again, the rear ones are all Velcroed as well, and you also can loop it around the back headrest just to give it some extra security. So let's hop in here. You Velcro in. Boom. Look at that. Perfect coverage. They overlap each other a little bit. You know, I thought originally there was no Velcro. I thought it was just gonna hang by the string on the headrest, but the fact that the Velcro's there, it actually keeps it in place quite well. Look at that. It looks like a pickup truck. Let's eyeball it here, and that's it. You're fully protected on the inside. You could take those rugged belongings in the trunk here, and yeah, definitely feels good, guys. Really impressed so far with this. I'm really impressed with the fit and finish, the laser cut edging, the raised edges. Again, here you don't have to worry about water, but this is just for storage purposes, but even so, looks great. And I can actually just pull that so it stays flush against the back seat. All right guys, this is the conclusion. Love the mats, love the color, love the price. Fitment, super on point, looks really good. I installed all of them, and yeah, very happy with the fit and finish. Couldn't ask for anything better for the price. And again, I like the fact that there's no branding on them. Even the OEMs, it says HRV, then you got WeatherTech, then you got all the other brands, but tell me how sick that looks. Super nice. Supported by these here. This ain't going nowhere with between the Velcro. I gotta say, I'm really happy with this purchase from Amazon. We're not returning it, we're keeping it. This is not a sponsored video, but my honest opinion. And again, both my other cars have WeatherTech, and I'm happy with the WeatherTech, other than their logo sticker that peels off after a few years of running them on WeatherTech, which is kind of annoying. And then they look like no name brand mats. So for the price, what you get from Amazon, super good, recommended. I'll include the link in the description if you guys want to purchase a set for your HRV or any other vehicle they also sell them for. Thank you, and thanks for watching.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya. Kid from California, trying to make it in life. In school they never taught ya. Dream